Have you ever wondered what made Linda Ronstadt, the musical powerhouse behind classics like Blue Bayou and You're No Good, stay single her entire life? Buckle up, because her story is a cocktail of jaw-dropping revelations, poignant moments, and trailblazing triumphs. Linda Ronstadt's voice isn't just unforgettable, it's transcendent. But behind the timeless hits lies a personal life shrouded in mystery, filled with echoes of loneliness and self-discovery. Born in 1946 in Tucson, Arizona, Linda was shaped by a harmonious blend of cultures. Her father, Gilbert Ronstadt, was a successful machinery merchant with a passion for Mexican ranches, while her mother, Ruth, infused classical opera into Linda's upbringing. Talk about a playlist of epic proportions. As a kid, Linda honed her craft singing at local venues with her siblings. Imagine the arid Tucson landscapes acting as her muse, giving her songs the soulful depth that would later captivate millions. It all started with the Stone Ponies and their 1967 hit Different Drum. It was clear from the get-go, Linda was destined for greatness. But she didn't stop at rock. Nope, Linda dabbled in every genre under the sun: country, pop, jazz, opera, and even Spanish-language albums. Her Canciones de Mi Padre was a masterpiece that paid homage to her Mexican heritage. And the accolades? Oh, she racked them up. Albums like Heart Like a Wheel, 1974, Simple Dreams, 1977, and Living in the USA, 1978, dominated charts, proving Linda was a force. She even shattered glass ceilings by conquering stadiums, spaces once reserved for male rock stars. No wonder they called her the Queen of Rock. Behind the fame, the lonely road. But fame wasn't all glitter and gold. Linda often described the music industry as a tough space for women, where she had to fight twice as hard to be taken seriously. And while she stood tall, the journey took its toll. Linda once revealed, they haven't even come up with a word for that kind of loneliness. Can you imagine? A global icon, adored by millions, yet grappling with profound isolation. Her former manager spilled the tea in a 2019 documentary. Linda had moments of crippling self-doubt, even fearing audience whispers meant she was the worst singer they'd ever heard. Linda hated seeing familiar faces in the audience. It made her so uneasy she couldn't perform at her best. And relationships? A challenge. Spending years on a tour bus made forming deep connections tricky. Linda once compared her life on the road to the seafaring tales of Joseph Conrad. Picture this: endless harbors, or in her case, venues, repetitive routines, and camaraderie with a rotating cast of crew members. It was a cycle of buses, hotels, sound checks, shows, and post-performance dinners, rinse and repeat. Why she never married? The million-dollar question: why did Linda Ronstadt remain single? While she never publicly detailed all her reasons, she hinted that the demands of her career left little room for traditional relationships. Touring was her world, and music was her anchor. Linda's story isn't just about her chart-topping success, it's about resilience, individuality, and staying true to her craft. She paved the way for countless artists, breaking barriers in music and in life. So next time you hear one of her timeless tracks, remember the woman behind the voice, a legend who gave the world her all, even if it meant walking a path of solitude. Despite never marrying, Linda wasn't exactly a stranger to romance. In fact, her love life was filled with fascinating twists, high-profile relationships, and lessons that only deepened her artistry and resilience. A star with many admirers. For a woman ascending the heights of musical fame, Linda found herself entangled in several high-profile romances. But despite dating influential figures from entertainment and politics, marriage was never on her radar. Rumors swirled, some speculated her single status was tied to her sexual orientation, with whispers suggesting she hid her true self out of fear of rejection. But Linda eventually cleared the air with her characteristic candor. She expressed a genuine desire to find love and even marry the right person. For her, it wasn't about societal expectations, it was about someone who could truly make her heart sing. What made the right person? Linda's ideal partner wasn't defined by fame or fortune. Her criteria were refreshingly human: loyalty, personality, and a caring nature. Oh, and a great sense of humor. If you could make Linda laugh, you had a serious leg up. Add a shared love for music and an understanding of her world, and you might have had a shot at winning her heart. Despite dating men who checked many of these boxes, none became her life partner. So, why? A serial monogamist who prioritized her art. Linda jokingly called herself a serial monogamist in interviews, laughing off the idea of marriage as a priority. She made a deliberate choice to pour her energy into her music rather than a traditional family life. Marriage wasn't a priority for me, she admitted with a laugh. Her carefree spirit shone through as she explained how her career and art took center stage. Linda wasn't against love, but she recognized that the level of commitment marriage required might have diverted her from the music she cherished. The loves that shaped her journey. Linda's relationships were as varied and intriguing as her music. Let's take a stroll through her romantic history. John Boylan, 1970s. Linda had a deep connection with Grammy-winning producer John Boylan. They were more than just a couple, they lived together, and John even managed her career. But when they started sharing a living space, cracks began to form. It all fell apart at that point, Linda shared in a 2019 interview. Despite the breakup, they maintained a strong professional relationship and mutual respect. J.D. Souther, 1972 to 1974. Her next love was singer-songwriter J.D. Souther. Their two-year romance produced not only love songs, but also lasting collaborations on hits like Faithless Love and Prisoner in Disguise. Though they eventually parted ways, they remained on good terms, cherishing the creative bond they'd built. Albert Brooks, 1974 to 1976. In 1974, Linda's heart found a new rhythm with actor Albert Brooks. Their relationship was a charming mismatch. Albert wasn't a musician, and Linda wasn't enamored with his Hollywood lifestyle. Still, their chemistry was undeniable. However, their love story ended after 2 years, proving that sometimes, opposites don't always attract for the long haul. So, why did Linda remain single? Later in life, she revealed that her singlehood wasn't a rejection of love, but a reflection of her priorities. While her peers were settling down, she was on the road, pouring her soul into music for her fans. Linda didn't see marriage as the be-all and end-all of happiness. Instead, she saw it as one of many paths, and she chose her own. Whether it was breaking records or breaking stereotypes, Linda lived life her way, reminding us all that love doesn't always have to come with a wedding ring. A legacy of love and independence. Linda's life and loves are a testament to the idea that relationships, romantic or otherwise, don't define us. Her passion for music, her authenticity, and her refusal to conform to societal norms made her a legend. And while she never found the one in a conventional sense, Linda Ronstadt's legacy proves that true fulfillment comes from staying true to yourself. Jerry Brown, the politician who captured her heart. Linda's most famous relationship was with Jerry Brown, the former governor of California. Their story began in 1971 and carried through the late 1970s, filled with joy and mutual respect. In her memoir Simple Dreams, Linda fondly recalls the good times they shared, and Jerry was clearly smitten from the start. But here's the twist: Linda knew deep down it wasn't a forever kind of love. Dating a politician brought its own challenges. A politician needs someone at home, not a singer constantly on the move, she once mused. She understood that their lives were worlds apart. Her free-spirited, music-filled life couldn't mesh with the structure and demands of politics. Despite this, they parted ways gracefully, staying on excellent terms. Bill Murray, a rumored connection. After Jerry, Linda's love story took an unexpected turn toward comedy. Yes, Groundhog Day star Bill Murray was rumored to have shared special moments with Linda in the early 1980s. While the details remain vague, it's easy to imagine these two charismatic individuals sharing laughter and wit. Jim Carrey, 8 months of laughter and love. In 1983, Linda found herself captivated by none other than Jim Carrey. Their connection sparked at one of Jim's performances in Los Angeles, where she initially sought talent for her tour. Instead, fate brought her an 8-month whirlwind romance. Jim, ever the charmer, described Linda as an absolutely incredible human being, a sentiment that speaks volumes about the warmth and admiration they shared. George Lucas, a star-crossed love. Who would have thought that Linda Ronstadt and Star Wars creator George Lucas would cross paths? Their relationship began in 1983, backstage at one of her concerts, and blossomed into a 5-year journey. The two kept their love mostly private, but their deep connection was undeniable. At one point, engagement rumors swirled, but in 1988, the relationship quietly came to an end. As much as their worlds aligned, their paths ultimately diverged. Aaron Neville, music and romance collide. Linda's next great love was with Aaron Neville in 1989. Their bond was as musical as it was romantic, creating duets like Don't Know Much and When Something Is Wrong with My Baby. Fans adored them, dubbing them the first couple of pop music. However, even this powerful connection couldn't withstand the test of time. By 1992, their romantic journey came to an end, though their music continues to resonate as a testament to their shared passion. Why no wedding bells? With such a lineup of charismatic, talented men, it's natural to wonder why Linda never married. The answer lies in her unwavering authenticity. Linda wasn't afraid to love deeply, but she also understood herself too well to conform to expectations. "I was a serial monogamist," she joked, explaining that marriage never felt essential to her happiness. Instead, Linda poured her energy into her music, her artistry, and later, her role as a single mom. Since her relationship with Aaron Neville, Linda has embraced life as a single woman, focusing on her children, her passions, and her legacy. Her romantic journey reminds us that love takes many forms and that a fulfilling life doesn't always follow a conventional script. Whether she was sharing laughter with Bill Murray or creating musical magic with Aaron Neville, Linda Ronstadt's relationships added color to her life without defining it. As she once said, "Marriage wasn't a priority for me, music was my true love." Linda's approach to love was shaped by her keen sense of self-awareness. Back in 1974, she candidly pointed to the whirlwind Hollywood lifestyle as a major obstacle to lasting relationships. In her own words, she expressed reluctance to set herself up for disappointment, highlighting the transient nature of romance in her world. She reflected on the challenges of relationships, noting that constant temptations, limited time, and the competitive dynamics among her peers added layers of complexity. Yet, Linda's fierce independence always shone through. She famously declared in a 2019 interview, "I don't like to compromise. If I want a pink sofa, and someone doesn't, I'm getting the pink sofa." Unlike the stereotypical image of rock stars in the 1960s and 70s, fueled by wild parties and excess, Linda charted her own course. She humorously revealed that while she dabbled in unconventional experiences, her true addiction was reading. "I was the girl back in the hotel room reading and knitting," she shared, setting herself apart as a thoughtful, introspective artist. Linda even credited fellow musicians for inspiring her literary journey, noting a piano player introduced her to Anna Karenina. She compared the personalities of musicians with playful humor. The lead guitar player was like the high-strung pitcher, and the piano player was the calming catcher. In the early 1990s, Linda embraced motherhood, adopting her daughter Mary in 1990 and her son Carlos in 1994. She seamlessly balanced sold-out tours with the joys and responsibilities of raising children. Motherhood added another layer to her already rich life, and even as she faced health challenges later on, her love for her children remained a source of strength and joy. health challenges and reinvention. By 2009, Linda's legendary voice began to falter, leading to her retirement in 2011. The public later learned she had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease and subsequently the rare brain disorder progressive supranuclear palsy. These conditions made singing and even simple movements difficult. Despite these challenges, Linda found solace in writing and revisiting cherished memories. She shared, "I can't sing at all, but I still love music and can still play music in my head." In 2014, Linda was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to her extraordinary career. Her ability to transcend genres and captivate audiences remains unparalleled. Now in her late 70s, Linda embraces her single status and devotes her time to her children and the enduring power of music. Her resilience in the face of challenges continues to inspire fans around the world. From her trailblazing career to her personal struggles, Linda Ronstadt reminds us of the importance of authenticity, adaptability, and finding beauty even in the most difficult circumstances. Her story leaves us with a question: in the face of life's challenges, how do we find inspiration to keep moving forward? Share your thoughts below, and don't forget to celebrate the enduring spirit of one of music's greatest legends.